I founded the company CP Polyurethanes in 1976, and I was the first to introduce polyurethane coatings in India. And during one of my European visits in 2001, I happened to go to a German restaurant and had my first taste of craft beer. I had no time to look into that part of brewing. So in 2021, I thought, I should start a brewing company. That passion brought me here with this OI. OI, we are planning within a few months' time, it is going to be fully organic. And OI means organic ingredients.
Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm the brewmaster at OI, and I'm showing you our process today, how we make authentic and artisanal craft beers and what is so special about OI beers. The OI brewery is built to produce up to 5 lakh liters of beer per year. While our processes are traditional and artisanal, our equipment is actually state-of-the-art to help us giving you the best beer at all times. The process starts with selecting the right kind of grain for the beer we want to make. And when we make a recipe, we mix these malts according to the color and the taste we want the beer later to have. And we crush them in a mill. The outcome is a bit like a coarse flour, as you can see here. And this flour then we take to our brew house, where we prepare the raw beer. The flour first is mixed with water, and the result looks a little bit like your porridge at home. This is being mashed, as we say, is being kept at temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees, at which a conversion of the starch in this porridge happens and the entire porridge becomes sweet. The mashing process takes about 2 hours. Afterwards, we want to separate the solids from the liquid part of our porridge, the mash, because you want to drink the beer, you don't want to eat it. For this purpose, we transfer the mash into the next vessel, which is like a big sieve. So all the solids stay on the top and the liquid passes from below. This now is a sweet zero. It's the raw, unfermented beer, which still lacks the alcohol and the bitterness from the hops, which are added later. In the next step of the process, we are boiling the beer in order to concentrate it and make it a little stronger. And also because the next ingredients, the hops, require hot temperatures to become soluble. The hops are like the masala of the beer. We are sourcing the hops from all over the world. Now the beer is ready. It is still hot, so we pass it through this chiller and fill it in the tank. Now that we have cooled down the wort, we add the yeast to the wort, which will then ferment the sugars in the wort and produce the alcohol. This process takes about 2 to 3 weeks.
Here we use solar energy for power, and the waste from the beer to be used for plantations, irrigations and all those. So it is going to be a sustainable industry.
We have our own lab here where we propagate our own yeast, and that is what we use for our beers. So we have the laminar airflow, then here we have a shaker, then we have an incubator where we can keep our cultures at a certain degrees.
We make smoked beers like Rauk, so it has a smoky or bacon flavor. So for that, what we do is we get smoked malt. But instead here we make our own smoked malt by smoking it in a smoker. So we use normal base malt and push it in a smoker and smoke it for a while, and then we brew with that malt and we get our smoked beer.
We will make India's first set of organic beers, and we have all the facilities, we have all the freedom to experiment here. We can try our recipes, we can taste and decide which one is nice, which one is not, and that goes into the big batch. So that's what we make, that's what we do. It's a happiness project. Yeah.